Okay, we're live with another Cartridge Club Hangout. Here with Ryan and Yoshi. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
Hello. It's going pretty good. Other than the giant pile of homework my professors keep giving me.
Yay. Sorry, I was a bit
Those
mumbly on that
jerks.
intro. I've been waiting for an hour and a half.
Really?
hmm
You've been just sitting here for an hour and a half?
Yeah, I kind of regretted not starting up a game or something. I've just been
Sorry.
browsing random things. No, it's not your fault at all.
I went to Walmart and Taco Bell.
Hey, go Taco Bell. That's what I like to hear. Trying to win you an Xbox One X.
No, I got me an
Oh,
unsweetened iced tea in one of those $5 boxes.
yeah. That's. I think that's how you can win
I
the
don't give a
Xbox
damn.
One X.
I really don't care about winning some Xbox.
And
Not my.
it's got a Taco Bell bong noise when you press the power button. Now I kind of want that because that's like the most like bro.
Wait. They
It's like the
strapped a
most bro
Taco Bell
Xbox.
bong to it?
Yeah, the bong like from the commercial.
Okay.
It's like the most bro thing you could have. I wish it was like
No.
spray painted like Mountain Dew green.
Yeah.
That would have been like
Spray paint?
or you know what would be even better if they made it Baja Blast Blue.
You
That
know
would
what
have
I
been
found at Walmart today? Spray
spray
paint.
paint.
Yeah. Guess what color it is?
Baja Blast Blue.
NES Gray.
Oh,
Or the closest thing to NES Gray you can find in a Walmart. The only problem is it's ultra matte instead of semi gloss. But who cares? Anyway, so I
Yoshi,
had
no.
some.
I was just going to say no one gets the context because you only told me a little bit of what you were doing before we went live. Anyway, go
Okay.
ahead. Sorry.
So I have this NES top loader shell that I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got like splotchy, like discolored spots in the plastic from a failed retro bright I did last year. That I was using like the 40 volume developer cream in plastic wrap method. Which, by the way, don't do that. Don't ever do that. It can leave your console looking worse than it did before the retro bright, as in the puke yellow, like pea yellow color is better than having splotchy plastic. The best methods to do retro brighting are to just full immersion and hydrogen peroxide.
Mm.
However, it turns out you don't even need UV light to do retro bright. You just need hydrogen peroxide, a big ass pot, and heat. So
hey.
that's what I tried today. And while it looks slightly better and is slightly all this more the same color, um, if you look at the back, it's not Nintendo gray anymore. It's like pasty white.
That's a bad
So,
thing.
huh?
That's a bad thing.
Yeah. So to fix this, I went to Walmart and got the closest matched can of spray paint, which is this chalked Rust-Oleum aged gray spray spray paint, which seems to be the closest match to the Nintendo gray. So I'm just gonna spray paint it, and it's gonna look close enough to the original color. And I'll just mention that I've spray painted it the original color, and I don't think anybody will care.
Yeah, as long as you disclose it.
I'll just be like, the console has been spray painted a aged gray that not closely matches the original Nintendo gray.
Hmm.
I'll just basically say the shell was like highly discolored.
Yeah, just say you painted it after a failed retro bright.
I'll just say highly discolored from a failed retro bright, so it got painted.
Yeah.
I thought about sending it out to like Extreme Consoles, who I know Jared does a lot of work with them, and I know they're doing some awesome paint jobs. But I'm gonna be honest here, I can't afford to send this overseas to get painted when I have to sell the dang thing.
Hmm.
I'm intending to mod this console and sell it, so
Not the most practical use of funds.
yeah, it's not a very practical thing to send it overseas to get it painted for selling. When it's kind of like if I do a custom paint job to sell it, it's going to be even harder to sell because then I got to charge like $100, $200 more. And, you know, I got to find someone that likes that exact paint job. Now, if I had someone that was willing to buy it and wanted to paint it in yes, that would be easier because then I could go get it sent off to be painted. But yeah, what am I gonna do?
Hmm.
In other news, I have a AV Famicom on the way, which is finally in the country. Let's see when I ordered that. Gotta love eBay. Well, the Japanese sellers on eBay, they will take their sweet ass time sending you stuff. Let's see. First off, let's see when I bought this AV Famicom, which is also going to be RGB modded.
Well, you check that. How's your day been going, Ryan?
Okay. That's about it. Nothing much really today.
I bought this on September 22nd. If I look at the shipping details, let's see. Acceptance October 3rd. It doesn't process through a facility until like the 14th. So it took them like a week and a half to process it. Getting something shipped from Japan is extremely slow. Getting something shipped from China is semi-slow. Unless you pay for DHL.
Hmm.
And I just noticed my PVM is on. I gotta stop leaving that on. I need to recap it anyway. I'm just killing what little time it has before it blows up.
Does recapping it fix the color issue with that or no?
What with the PVM?
Yeah.
The problem, I have two different ones. One has better picture, but really high pitched, like squealing, like kind of like a 60 hertz hum coming through the speaker. And the other one has no speaker hum, but like, how do I put it? On high white screens, the like lines all shift over. So both of these need recapped, and it's different caps that have been failing. However, I've been reluctant to do it because there's a lot of high voltage in there, and it's going to cost more to recap it than I paid for the monitor. With me doing the recap, by the way. Because it's like $30, $40 worth of caps. So, not fun.
Yeah, that is not ideal.
Anyway, in other news, I managed to fix a Sega Saturn the other day.
Not mine though.
I know. Do you still want me to try again on that? I can try again.
I have a working one.
I still have a back cover for that somehow didn't get to you, so I need to send that to you sometime.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a couple of games for more batteries to get swapped out, so we'll just do it
you
then.
Have a Atari coming my way sometime?
Not for a while, because I just know this thing costs a lot to ship out your way. Plus, I don't want to pay like $96 right now for an RGB mod.
You could always buy one of the Ataris I have.
Is it RGB modded?
It can be. Of course, then it's going to cost more because, you know, an Atari is not going to cost that much to ship.
Oh, I have the Sixer is kind of heavy, so.
Hence the name.
Yeah.
The most it'll cost to ship one of those is like $14.
$14. I don't know. I'll have to look into that.
I'm pretty sure that's if you jam it in a freaking flat rate box, which it'll fit in the like long, skinnier flat rate box. But anyway,
Meh.
Well, at least I have a nice microphone now.
Oh,
Yep.
It probably sounds better.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it was unbearable before, but it is better.
Yeah. This is what happens when you spend $40 on a microphone.
Sounds better than zero.
Yeah. And it came with like pop filters and a nice stand and a phantom power box and all this stuff. For $40.
We went over that last week.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I like repeating myself.
I noticed.
Anyway,
So,
I'm not
Ryan,
looking forward.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm not looking forward to my next project here. I have to recap a Sega CDI. It's not a Sega. The Philips CDI.
Probably be better if it was a Sega.
Yes, it would. It would be less of a pain in the ass.
Also,
This thing-
probably actually have video games on it people would want to play.
Yeah, this guy's. I already told this guy it's going to be kind of pricey because there's a lot of caps in there, and they cost like $18 for the kit. So, anyway, the whole issue with that thing is it's got intermittent disk drive issues, which is miserable to try and fix. Because I still don't know exactly what's causing them. So it's like, okay, let's change the caps and see if that fixes anything. And then it's going to be, let's change the laser and see if that fixes anything.
Laser.
Lasers. Everybody's favorite thing. Lasers. You know?
Lasers.
Lasers.
Just looking at what if I missed anything today. I was kind of busy around here. I see Halloween's got a really good score right now. They're Halloween 2. It's coming out.
What is the actual title of that new Halloween movie?
It's just being called Halloween.
Oh, the sequel to Halloween is Halloween. Jesus Christ.
That's some Hollywood naming.
Well, they ain't call it Halloween 2. I mean, there's already a Halloween 2, right?
Also, the third movie called Halloween.
They're running out of names, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You couldn't change it to Halloween?
That's the name of a band. Not super active now, I don't think, but that might still be an issue.
It doesn't bother me.
You've had movies named after bands.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. It just might be a licensing thing.
Yeah.
Plus, then people would think it's a ripoff of Halloween, not an actual official Halloween movie.
I don't even know what a Halloween movie is, so they're all ripoffs to me.
Well, Halloween was the first slasher movie, right?
Yeah.
I live under a rock.
A rock
above
that
this
only
camera that you don't see is a giant rock.
A rock that under it only exists wrestling, anime, and console repair.
Hey.
Somehow
and
a college is under there too.
And RPGs.
You forgot electric engineering.
No, you didn't.
And RPGs.
Ryan didn't forget that one.
But no, the thing is, I've never been a big super Halloween fan. I guess the first I don't know, I like them, but I know people who absolutely love them. Like, I rate Halloween for Halloween movies lower tier in my liking. I much prefer the Nightmare on Elm Street series, and I know a lot of others will probably disagree with that. But hey,
look, it's a polar chart.
Wow.
Yeah, gotta just say goodbye to Yoshi now.
What are your thoughts? Have you ever watched any of them, or?
Yeah, what was the one you said was a controversial opinion on it?
Oh, it's just it's not one of my favorites, I would say, because it seems like it's. I guess my controversial opinion is I think the Nightmare on Elm Street's a better franchise, if you will, or a better spooky movie, But
yeah, okay, so it's just that it's not your favorite franchise.
I don't hate it, but this one does have me interested because I'm a fan of David Gordon Green, and he's directing it. So I guess that's really got my interest with it more than anything.
Yeah, I've heard decent things about the new one. I'm a very casual fan of them. I've only seen a few. Like, I know I've seen the first one, the original.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen 2 of the 3 movies that are simply titled Halloween. So I saw the Rob Zombie one. I think I saw the second one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably seen clips of some of the sequels, the other sequels.
Man, people hate the Rob Zombie one, and I like it, to be honest with you. But
It's fine.
yeah, yeah.
They're slasher films. It's just kind of like how people hate the remake of Friday the 13th, and I saw that, and I was like, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is also similar to how you get some people that like the new Star Wars movies and other people that think they are, complete garbage. It's like everything.
Yeah, it's either perfect or it's garbage.
Welcome to 21st century movie critics.
Or the garbage is perfect, which is a weird opinion.
Hey, man. Some of us like perfect garbage.
I've been spending
anime.
the entire weekend watching Tokusatsu, so I can relate.
Hey, man. Especially once you get into anime, you start loving garbage.
That's a you problem. I stopped watching a lot of the garbage after a few years.
Hey, come on, man.
But the thing is, I'm trying to remember what people really didn't like about the Rob Zombie Halloweens. I like them.
Rob Zombie.
No, I just think what mainly number one is people don't like it because it's not the original. I like that it actually gives a little bit more story to the Myers family, if you will.
Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons they didn't like it, is because it gives Michael more of an origin.
Yeah,
I guess.
Because I think
that as a kid.
Well,
that's probably a lot of it.
The first movie, right? It starts off with him killing his sister, right? And that's it with the scissors. And then next thing you know, he's in the mental hospital, and that's just generally it. So I'm always kind of like, I don't know. That kind of bothers me because I'm like, really? It's it's just 30 years later. 30 years later.
Yeah, and the Rob Zombie one has like a lot of an angry child actor.
Yeah.
So that could be a lot of it.
Yeah, but he's only in it for really like 10, 15 minutes.
That's still a heck of a lot more than the original. Yeah. Probably.
Then eventually switches over to the guy who I think was Sabretooth in the X-Men movies, playing Michael Myers.
Liev Schreiber?
I think so. I can IMDb this, but
yeah,
I thought that's what the case was with him. But I heard for this one they actually got the guy who I think was just the cameraman for the original John Carpenter one. He came back to wear the suit and everything, which I thought was interesting. Halloween.
Yeah. So now I'm debating if I should just mail out this Game Gear, this consoleized Game Gear with my RGB SCART adapter, and just rebuild one for myself this weekend, or wait till this weekend so I don't have to rebuild one for myself. I don't think it matters either way.
That's right. Brad Dourif was the sheriff. If you're not aware of Brad Dourif, he was the voice of Chucky. Where is Tyler Mane was Michael Myers.
Yeah, I knew Liev Schreiber did not sound correct.
Yeah. Who was he in? Because it says he was in X-Men. Oh, sorry, Liev Schreiber. That's the Wolverine. I'm talking about like the first X-Men movie.
Oh yeah. Okay, different one.
Yeah. Because I was say, yeah, that's right. He was also a wrestler too. But
yeah, that's not shocking.
No, but because that guy was huge, and that's why I kind of liked him as Sabretooth. But then again, I haven't gone back and rewatched the original X-Men movies, and I honestly heard that they have not held up well. So
yeah, speaking of controversial opinions, the first 3 are kind of shit.
I think everyone just likes that scene because it was so pretty. It was pretty damn cool. I mean, for that opening scene with Nightcrawler.
There's a lot of good stuff in them. Not as movies as a whole, they're not very good.
I liked then again, like I said, I haven't seen it probably since it came out on VHS. But I thought the guy who played Nightcrawler was actually like pretty good in the role.
Yeah, the
So
characterization was a little hit or miss, but
mhm.
the acting was good.
I liked it better than the. Trying to think, is it Apocalypse? Is the first like kind of when he came back when they made the young Nightcrawler?
Yeah, he wasn't bad in that either.
It seems like maybe from what I
Again,
remember,
not a lot to work with.
no. Maybe it's just something throws me off with it. Basically, maybe it's like his hands or something. I don't know. Just whatever. Something's off a little bit with it. Where I thought it was done better.
About Nightcrawler specifically, or just the whole movie? Because there's something off about that whole movie.
Well, Nightcrawler is not the problem with that movie. It's just that's for me basically. I guess the separation where. Between I guess the actors, something seems off with it. Maybe his makeup or his costume. It just isn't. Maybe it's just because I really liked how it was done in the first game. Yeah. So
yeah, other than when he's like, but in the Munich circus, I was known as the Incredible Nightcrawler, like every 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Not anywhere near that long, but he does it multiple times.
And I wish they would, and I like they did it in. Trying to think of the one after First Class was Days of Future Past. I liked how they had
the best one.
Yeah,
of all of them.
I liked how they did the kind of nudge, to Magneto and Quicksilver, but I didn't like so much in Apocalypse because in Apocalypse he's like, I'm gonna tell him you're my dad, and he's like, you're my friend or something. Like he's got a moment like that where he's just like it's one of those tell him it was kind of moments basically. I'm like,
yeah, it's cheesy.
Yeah, this movie sucked. Yeah, I hated that movie.
I didn't hate it. There was what? Okay, I'm getting these mixed up now in my head. Yeah. Which is the one with his family in the forest?
That was Apocalypse.
Okay, just bit of a grim scene, but I thought it was really well done. That was one of the standout scenes for me in that movie. And
with the coin.
That's
because the soldiers are there for him, right? And then he just takes.
Okay. When you mentioned the coin, I immediately think of the end of First Class.
No,
but yeah, I guess that was a thing. But it's been a while. But that movie was fine. But I think the fact that it's fine makes it worse. Because the worst thing a superhero movie can be is okay.
Well, the worst thing I think movie can be is boring. That's
what I mean.
Oh yeah, because to me, like, I think this is where you're getting at. Like with bad movies, sometimes it's so bad you can really enjoy it for being terrible. Like,
yeah, or at least
you just realize it. Yeah.
Like when I watched, this is one of my go-to cases for that, where it's like I watched Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome for the first time, and I spent like half that movie going, "Wow, I would love to see a documentary of how this got made because this is fascinating." It's not good, but it's freaking fascinating.
Well, it's kind of like how I feel about the RoboCop franchise. Basically, I love all three of them. I have yet to watch the PG-13 RoboCop that came out a couple of years ago.
I haven't either.
But I completely acknowledge RoboCop 2 and 3 being terrible, especially the third one. But
I'm gonna go spray paint this NES while you guys talk about movies.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, that's not really something you can engage in.
But no, like I don't know, something you can get fun out of it. Like I think after you watch it the first time, like Pootie Tang, it's a bad movie, but I love Pootie Tang. Absolutely love that movie.
I haven't seen that one, or at least I don't recall it.
I know Louis C.K. was supposed to be him and Chris Rock wrote it, and Louis C.K. directed it. But from what I hear is that the heads up at I think Paramount like went back and like re-edited his movie, so he wasn't a fan of that for them doing for that too, because his name is attached to it, and it's like, well, this isn't the movie I made, so
yeah, this is why we have director's cuts.
But I do enjoy it because I remember I hated that movie the first time I watched it, and then I think I was too lazy to get off the couch the next time I saw it, and I just kind of started like laughing at how bad it is, but I like it a lot now.
Yeah, because you can have fun with that. There's interesting elements to bad movies. Like, that's why we can watch like all the video game movies over and over again, or The Wizard, because they're just
Oh yeah,
delightfully terrible, or they're just funny for reasons that they shouldn't be. Like
I can't watch them all though. I can watch something like The
Some of them.
Wizard and have a good time.
like The Wizard, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is kind of high-end trash, if
Mhm.
that makes any sense.
It's like so 90s too, and it's great.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, I saw that both those movies had the budget, I believe, but those are good times.
I actually like the Doom movie too.
I have yet to see Doom. The Rock in the
Yeah.
Doom, yeah.
It's good. It's not really Doom. It's very Doom 3.
Mm.
But it's still good. Like, it's kind of Alien and Predator-esque, like slasher movie, space monster stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just got the group and they're picked off one by one and that kind of thing. It's fun, action, sci-fi kind of popcorn film stuff.
Sure. That'd be something if I was scrolling through Netflix and I saw it, I'd probably jump on it.
Yeah, I think that is on Netflix. That at least in Canada. But I think people didn't like that movie just because it wasn't that good. It was just kind of fine for most elements.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing I said is worst about it. All of them is a movie just being fine. There's nothing particularly. What's the word I'm looking for? Nothing really great or terrible on either end. But that's not what I mean with that movie. It's just fun like an action movie is. Like they don't have to have the best story, they don't have to have the best characters. It's just, is it fun to watch? Is there good action or good suspense in this case? Yeah, and I think so for that movie.
Going over the other news here, see if anything popped up over here. Oh.
Yeah, for while you're looking at that, for X-Men, I watched the kind of funny rankings of the X-Men movies recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I pretty much agree, even though I changed some. I don't remember their exact rankings on them. But even though the Deadpool movies are kind of side movies to those, they are in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah, I mean they even with the second movie they really make that Easter egg cutscene in there too, like the whole cast does.
What?
Did you ever see Deadpool 2 yet?
Yeah, actually, that's one of my pickups for the week. Is that I finally saw this. I got the regular Blu-ray because it was $15 less, and
Sure.
I don't really need 4K for this. I don't even have 4K yet.
Well, there's going to be a PG-13 cut that comes out around Christmas. You know,
I'm actually looking forward to that. Did you see what they're doing with it?
I think I heard something. No, I'm forgetting here, but I think I heard something where it's almost like him telling a story. Like, is it like a Christmas story?
They're doing Princess Bride, but Deadpool.
Okay.
And I think they have a grown-up actor. I think it might be the original actor for the kid, or someone else related to the movie.
Isn't it Fred Savage or something like that?
Something like that.
I think
I'm not super familiar with who was in that. But it's the bedroom and him just in the tiny bed and Deadpool sitting next to him with the storybook and a Christmas hat on. And just kind of how they could re-edit the stuff to go along with that, especially with Deadpool's humor, like how they could utilize censorship and a PG-13 rating that make it funnier, or at least its own unique kind of funny.
I think
I'm looking forward to that, actually.
I think there's a couple of things behind this that could actually help it. Is one that they could number one, Fox is trying to get as much money out of the X-Men universe as they can before they hand that over January 1st. And two, I think Disney is also, and I've heard this before, this isn't me having an original idea. I think after I heard it, I thought it makes kind of sense a little bit, is Disney can observe this to see how much of a PG-13 version of Deadpool you can get away with.
Yeah.
For him, I'm pretty sure they're going to stick with Ryan Reynolds being Deadpool in their universe. I think it's a no-brainer, especially with who Deadpool is as a character.
He's the only one you can do that with.
Yep.
Because he can acknowledge that there was a previous version.
Well, he does in the first movie, right? Where he says, like, I'm taking you to...
timelines are so confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, since I did mention that I did finally see Deadpool 2, I really liked it. I don't know how I would rank it compared to the first one, but oh my god, it was just so freaking funny.
I didn't like it so much as the first one, and I've only watched it once. And my major complaint is I don't like the first hour a lot, which is mostly him being mopey. So
Yeah.
that's my complaint. It
Yeah.
isn't with anything else because I enjoyed I think the second half of the movie a lot more, and I
I would
love the
agree.
ending. And I love the ending, but
Yeah, the
the
intro
first
isn't the best.
it felt slow, and I don't like seeing Deadpool being mopey or care about things, I guess if you will. So
He does do that in the comics, but not to that degree.
yeah,
Like I can definitely see that, and on that level, I could put the first one above it. That's a very good point for that.
And I think that part of the movie wasn't made for me. It was made for maybe a female audience, and I think it's just because they acknowledged how well it worked with him and what's her face and the Monica. I think her name is.
I don't think that would be the direction they'd go for a female demographic, is to immediately
kill her off.
Yeah,
I know
kill her.
there's jokes about it. I think made after the movie came out, saying like how they
did a Phrygian kind of scenario.
Yeah,
I think they did it twice too. Who? I don't remember.
But I think really it was just down to like I think just trying to capitalize on because how well the relationship they had in that first movie that they have to have something. I think it would have been almost funnier if they kind of Austin Powers it with the second movie where like she died and he's just like, oh well, or I don't know if that would have been
No, that wouldn't have flown.
No,
but actually, I like the intro before all that.
He's on the smoking. He's laying the gas in the oven and.
No, like just kind of like the montage of him going around and doing the mercenary stuff, all the fighting.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like,
so before he gets back,
they do that thing and then they flash back, and then they catch back up, and then they go into the rest of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that part is good, but like it's very uneven.
Yeah.
But the second, yes.
Hello, I broke up your movie, dog. Anyway, my paint did good.
Hooray.
And now it all looks the same color.
Hooray.
Huzzah!
Hooray.
Yeah.
Did I break up your momentum on paint talk on movie talk?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of jumped in mid sentence.
Mm-hmm.
That Yoshi derail thing.
Mm-hmm. That thing you do where you pick up the last thing you said where you left off, no matter what anyone's saying.
20 minutes later.
Yep.
2 hours later.
3 hours later.
2 years later.
Anyway.
All right. I'm going to send Jared. Actually, I don't have it linked up here. Oh, Jared. He's trying to get the link. I'll send it to his Twitter.
Yeah. Just copy the.
Mm-hmm.
But I can be done talking about Deadpool too. But for the rest of the X-Men movies, honestly, of the original 3, people really like to say that like X2 is so good, but it's probably the best like overall plot wise. But in terms of just enjoyment factor, I think actually that's the most frustrating to me because there's so many moments in it. Not so many, but enough moments in it where it just feels inconsistent or it doesn't make any sense.
Which one are you talking about again?
X2.
Oh.
Like, my main go-to for talking about a scene that just is really weird is outside of Bobby's house when they're being held up by the police. And Wolverine can't take the 2 seconds to say, hey, I can't drop the knives here. I'm going to draw them back. They're part of my hands. Like, he doesn't have to like go elaborate like that. Like, it's like, I'm just going to pull these back in slowly. No, he just goes, shook, and it's like, and is surprised when he gets shot in the head. No shit. But any kind of rapid movement of giant knives will probably get you shot in that scenario. But then there's the moment where Pyro goes bad.
Yeah.
In that scene, and Iceman and Rogue are flanking him on the ground in that scene, and they don't do anything to try and stop him until the 5th cop car is on fire. and it takes her 2 seconds to take a glove off and go, nope. It was
That was in the second X-Men movie?
Yeah.
Wait.
You couldn't. What?
5 cop cars? It took them 5 cop cars.
Yeah.
Are these cops stupid?
I don't think you know the context of the scene. Pyro is a guy that shoots fire. So he shoots fire at like 5 different cop cars before either of the 2 characters that have every ability to stop him in an instant do anything to try and stop him.
X-Men version of Natsu.
Oh boy, that's a reference only you and me get.
Yep.
But
Fire Dragon Boy.
Yeah.
For context,
not entertaining.
Hey, I'm happy it has the final season.
No.
Finally.
I mean Pyro is not entertaining. Natsu is entertaining in his way.
Natsu's crazy.
Yeah, he's shonen anime protagonist, goofy, entertaining, but Pyro is just mopey. And not in the fun way like Sasuke from Naruto. Anyway.
Who?
I legitimately can't tell if you're joking at this point. Anyway.
Mix of joking, mix of not liking Naruto.
Fair. My reference was not an argument for or against the show. It was just referencing a popular character. Anyway, side tangents.
Aren't they fun?
Not really.
Just because you don't enjoy them doesn't mean they're not fun.
I used sarcasm and it was not very effective.
It's true, Yoshi. We can always talk about your favorite wrestler, Joey Ryan.
Oh, you mean Dick Spot guy?
Yeah, he's great.
No, he's fucking horrible. He's making a joke of wrestling.
I don't know if you know this, but wrestling is a joke.
Only to you newfangled kids. So, since we're on wrestling now.
Sorry.
Are you excited for the NWA 70th anniversary this weekend?
I'll be in Portland this weekend, so I will not be watching.
Ryan, I'm going to give you control of the board, and I'm going to step away during the wrestling talk.
Okay.
It won't last too long. Me and Ryan don't look eye to eye when it comes.
I know, but still, good opportunity.
You can go get yourself a snack. Go on, Yoshi. You were talking.
Anyway, the majestic Jim Cornette will be calling the show.
Yuck.
So there will be no Dick Spot guys on the show and no bullshit.
I see Joey Ryan was on Steve Austin's podcast this week. I bet you it was a really good show.
I hope Steve Austin ripped a fucking hole into the kid's ass.
Actually, he didn't. He was actually talking how he's a fan
of the Dick Spot.
Yeah. He said, and they were talking about how Mick Foley, helped inspire some of it, too. Because Mick Foley helped him give an idea with the Mr. Sacco bit with it.
Damn it. Let me down, man. Let me down. Anyway, I think this top loader shell came out looking okay.
Yeah, it looks fine.
It looks better than it did. It looks like Nintendo Gray now.
I think that female pay-per-view is this weekend, too.
That's next weekend.
You sure?
Yeah. You're going to have to repaint. You'll probably give it one more coat. I'll probably go do that tomorrow. Yeah, that female pay-per-view is next weekend. And then we apparently have some Saudi Arabia pay-per-view that may or may not happen in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's still going to happen. Just still don't know if it's going to be in Saudi Arabia or not. I think it's going to happen because Vince doesn't want to walk away from that money. But
do you really? Okay, what's more important, the money or sending your talent over there to get slaughtered and taken away and all these other crazy bullshit?
I heard Shawn Michaels is only coming out of retirement because they're paying him $10 million for that one match. I heard Austin's another reason why he might get $10 million too, because they want him to make an appearance. Austin might make 10 million. Undertaker's gonna make 10 million for these one fights. I know Shawn Michaels has got
damn it.
He's gonna do like 3 matches or something like that. But one of them's gonna be. But they said like if this doesn't happen for him in Saudi Arabia, then he's not gonna come out of retirement.
Come on, man. You know you wanted to see Shawn Michaels wrestle one more time.
Not really. I don't need to see any of these guys wrestle anymore. I'm done with Undertaker, especially done with Kane. Big Show can retire. Anyone who's like old, just go away. You've had your fun. You can come out and make an appearance. You can do like something like The Rock does, where he comes out and says "Jabroni," you know.
Okay, let's look at classical wrestling back in the territory days.
Terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't all terrible. It was not all terrible. In a lot of ways, the matches made a lot more sense than some of the modern matches because the guys didn't have to kill each other in order to get over.
Yeah, all they did was do like bear hugs and wouldn't jump higher off than the bottom rope. So real exciting shit.
What territory wrestling have you been watching?
I don't watch that crap. It's boring.
You obviously haven't seen the good territory wrestling, though.
I don't care. There's none.
Oh, dear Lord.
There's only so much all those guys do are seriously just pretend air punch to each other, and then they do like headlocks, and they do what you call it, the test the strengths. That's all they do. That's it. It's so boring.
Have you watched a Midnight Express match, or have you only watched 80s WWF?
No, I've seen NWA and AWA. It doesn't matter to me.
It's all boring to you?
Yeah.
You'd rather watch people fucking flip each other over with their dick.
Hell yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
That's not fun. That's bullshit.
It's fun.
A
guy has a magical penis that can hurt people. It's hilarious.
No.
Yes.
Just no.
Sounds like a very internet gimmick.
They made a big story out of it too, where eventually he lost the power of his penis and he went away for a while.
Okay, fitness.
Eventually, he had to do the training, kind of like Rocky. He had to do the training to build his strength back up in his penis.
Let's take someone that doesn't watch wrestling. Say Fitnat here. Let's pretend he's never watched wrestling. If the first match you saw in a wrestling ring had a guy that had the other guy grab his dick and then magically made him fucking like slam himself, what would you think of it?
Not much of anything. I don't watch wrestling.
Damn
it would seem goofy and potentially funny.
Well, imagine this.
Would it make you think wrestling is a joke?
I mean, not to steal a line from Ryan, but it already kind of is.
Oh God.
I don't mean like that it's stupid. I mean that it's like it's in fun. It's a show.
Yeah. Hey, as much as Ryan wants to go on about how the new wrestling is better than the old wrestling, the old wrestling sold more tickets and made a hell of a lot more money.
No, it did not. Those guys made no money. Those old schoolers, that's the reason why they still do appearances and everything. They made no money.
I'm not talking about
these guys on the, at least these guys on the scene can actually make money now because they control everything they do. All the old shows, that was like what's called, the only person who made money was the promoter. None of the wrestlers made money. They didn't start making money until Hulk Hogan came around.
That was about it. Didn't make money.
Hogan was like the first wrestler to get paid. Him and Flair were like the only two that get paid. And Flair only made money because he did show like every single night.
You obviously haven't done much studying on how old wrestling territories worked.
Yeah, I know. They went from circuit to circuit. I've seen it before. They had to because that's promoters pay people like Andre the Giant to come to their area to draw. Other than that, nobody drew.
That's not true. Each area had their own stars. And if you couldn't get, let's put it this way, if you couldn't get over in one area, say like, you know how it is now where you have just one nationalized television broadcast, i.e. if WWE decides to bury you, you are now buried just about everywhere.
No, you're not. You can start completely over on the indie scene now.
Okay, but I want you to think about it. You're set back a hell of a lot because if any of the indie fans that also watch WWE see that guy, they're just like, oh, it's so and so. He jobbed the hell out.
No. Look at Cody. Cody was a jobber. Now he's one of the top talents on the indie scene right now. He was. Look at him when he was Stardust. He was garbage. They booked him to be a joke. And look at him now. He's one of the top guys. You know, he's the NWA champion right now. He's going to be fighting Kenny for the IWGP title.
God damn it. I don't like Kenny Omega. I do not like him.
I love him. He's like my favorite. Him and AJ are my favorite. And I love to see those two wrestle. Because I think it would be an absolute brutal match. That's the difference. I realize wrestling's stupid, but once you accept it for what it is, you can actually enjoy the show. Because I think you can actually do a real good job telling a story in a match. Watching a wrestling match, that's great.
It's spectacle. It's a performance.
Yeah, I can't do half the shit that they're doing. Actually, I couldn't even do probably like 90% of the shit that they're doing.
Yeah,
that's why I enjoy watching. You know, it's the reason why I enjoy watching basketball. I can't do that shit. You know, or play baseball or play football. You know,
it's just calling what it is. It's not saying to say that it's a bad art form or whatever the hell.
Now back to Joey Ryan and his magical penis here. Now,
God damn it,
Fitnet. Now it's not just that he makes him touch it. It's because he's got this power where it draws them in and they touch it. And then he's done it before too, where he's used this power where it carries over into multiple people, or he's done 12 people all hooked hand by crotch to each other. And then he uses his power of strength through his penis that he can flip them all at the same time.
This is total bullshit.
It is. It's completely goofy and stupid.
Yeah.
God damn it. Enough with this silly wrestling bullshit.
It doesn't sound
silly.
It doesn't sound good. It sounds dumb. It just sounds goofy.
It's silly. It's freaking silly.
Who cares? These are people in fucking tight short shorts flipping each other shirtless in a ring.
Almost naked here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it used to be taken seriously.
A version of seriously, but never like.
Let's put it this way. Back in the day, people had so much heat that they could get fans to jump barriers and go to try to beat up the friggin' heels. You don't see that anymore. The fans just kind of sit there all like, and cheer from their seats.
You watched All In. The fans were nuts that whole show. That place was loud as can be. More than a WWE show.
Okay. I enjoyed All In until your dick spot guy came out.
He was resurrected from the dead.
After the freaking NWA World Championship match, which should have been the main event.
But Cody was running.
You can't argue with me there. That should have been the main event. You're going to put that on the middle of the show.
I thought it was because they didn't have a big merch. They actually only had one merch table, but the line was over an hour long to get to it. The one only like main card match booked on there was the Cody Aldis match. Was it the best match on the card? No. The fans were hot. No, it wasn't. The fans were really hot for
the card.
Pentagon and Kenny was better.
I disagree.
I completely disagree with you too.
But I don't like either of those guys. So
Pentagon is one of my favorites too. I
think part of that's me not liking the Lucha Libre style. So
yeah, but Pentagon doesn't do flips, so I don't know why you wouldn't like it. He's just a brutal fighter.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
Yeah. Anyways, but
maybe if it didn't have a blow up doll wrestler in it.
There was no blow up doll wrestler in that one.
There was.
Chris Jericho?
No, Kenny Omega. Blow up doll wrestler.
Oh, so what? That's because they told him. See,
I don't care.
What Jim Cornette told you about this? Doll. Did Jim Cornette tell you about this, Yoshi? And that's why you're upset? Because Jim Cornette is that guy who can't stand guys who jump off the top of the second rope because he likes his wrestling on the ground. That guy was such a boring. That's why he gets fired from everywhere because he's an asshole. Nobody likes him. They're surprised they even brought him back for what's called the for that Hall of Fame induction this year because nobody likes the guy. It's true. Did you ever watch Kenny Omega wrestle a 12-year-old girl in Japan?
That's also bullshit.
That was great. Watch it. Watch what he does
No.
for that match. For the fact that he was asked to do it because there was a girl who was actually in wrestling school, and he gave her the opportunity to wrestle. That's why he did it, because she was putting herself in time, and he did it. And it's on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's a fantastic match. It's not very long, but he sells for the little girl, and she performs. That's the deal. It's stupid. Realize he's wrestling a little 12-year-old girl.
You're selling,
but it's fantastic for what is. What's killing the business for it?
You're wrestling to a 12-year-old girl. You're making everything look fake.
Watch it. It's
Making
really good.
Everything look fake.
Okay. Back in the day, wrestling was fake, but people thought it was real. Now, most of the wrestlers actually beat the living shit out of each other, and everyone thinks it's fake.
I mean, they're not trying to like legitimately hurt each other, I imagine.
Yes, but now they actually beat the shit out of each other a lot more than they used to.
Not in the WWE, they don't.
Even in WWE, there's been more injuries now than ever before.
That's not a good thing.
No,
exactly.
The reason why people get injured more than anything in the WWE is because they have to wrestle 4 days a week, as opposed to everyone on the indie scene is only wrestling about 1 day a week.
So I can't really comment on like the seriousness of like this fake performance stuff, because like, for example, this is a shot of something I've been watching over the weekend. Kamen Rider ZO. Yeah. It's goofy as shit. I'm not taking it seriously at all. That's how I kind of imagine wrestling to be. Yep. Without the toys and weird costumes. Essentially, never mind. But still, you know what I mean.
Well, essentially, you want to kind of almost think of wrestling as kind of like almost live action comic books or something like that. Because it's the way those guys can perform, basically,
That's okay. Okay. What I don't get though, okay, if you can accept the dick spot guy, then you cannot call the stupid shit WWE does stupid, because you accept the fucking dick spot guy.
Yeah, but he's entertaining. Everything the WWE is not.
God damn it. Whatever. I give up.
Yep. I win.
This is why I don't talk. I generally don't bother conversing with most wrestling fans, is because I just completely disagree with them on everything.
I win.
I don't think either of us won. I think all we managed to do is annoy Fitnat.
It didn't annoy me. It's just not something I can engage in. It's fine.
Now he knows how I felt during movie talk.
Yeah, it's only fair. I just kind of sit back during this.
So, how about them video games?
I should go back to pull up my list here for Portland. Just make sure I double check my prices here. Strider for the Genesis is number 1 on my list for Portland. I'm gonna make a 5 things I'm looking for at Portland here. Strider for the Sega Genesis.
I have a copy of that.
Complete.
Do I look like a complete collector?
Yeah.
No. No.
You look like a nerd. That's what you look like.
You want to see some nerdy shit, huh? Is that what you want? I can bring out the Black Magic Smith charts again.
No, we're good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They let you skip a whole bunch of nasty math.
No, I'd rather just not even pay attention to math anymore since I'm done with school. Those math days are over. Those nightmares are gone.
Nightmares. I don't know where you went to school, but math isn't a nightmare for me. Math is my friend. It's a tool in the toolbox. And this is why I'm going for engineering. Don't like math? Who the... God damn it, Jared.
I think he's trying to tell you stop talking about math.
Yes? What's up? He wants a link.
I just sent it.
He said it wasn't working. So I'm going to send him one. Okay. Sending you a link. I have sent him the link.
Okay.
So get over. Do you want to do pickups now?
Sure. I can just show the other two things I have. I obviously showed Deadpool 2 already.
Mhm.
Also grabbed Solo. Haven't watched it again yet. And I haven't finished the first book, but I got this just ahead of time because I'm almost done. I got the second book in the Witcher series.
Cool.
Which I've been enjoying the first one.
Have you been, side note, and I guess this goes into my comics here, so I guess I don't have any games this week, but I did, because it's Wednesday, I picked up my comic books this week.
It's not me this time.
Yay. But I'll get there in a second. I'll save it for last for the story purposes. So picked up Batman number 57. Let's show that again here. I got the Venom Annual. Donny Cates is killing it on Venom right now. I've been going after all the whole Spider-Man Deadpool run, and my guy got traded in. Someone traded in issue number 22. So I think I only got like 12 left to go in the run. I think they're almost up to 40 right now. So, and then I got Death of Daredevil. That's the current run right now. 609. Supposed to end at 612, I believe.
I'm way behind on all of these.
Charlie Soule is the one who writes this one.
Yeah, Charles Soule.
Charles Soule, and he's the one who's writing Vader right now. And I keep hearing great things about Vader. I was gonna ask you, are you reading any of that run by chance, or
not yet? I have the first of the deluxe editions on order. It's all on not all, but a lot of it's on Marvel Unlimited. But I just haven't gone into it yet. But I've heard great things.
No, it's. I mean, from what I've heard, I think they're on number 22. And I've seen some of the covers. The covers are fantastic for it.
Yeah, 22 sounds right.
So, I mean, I might dive into it because I keep hearing like what he's doing with it is really, really good. So,
yeah, like obviously that first Darth Vader series, which I can just lean over and grab here. I've got one of the 2 deluxe editions for that by shit. What the hell?
This nerd's trying to call us nerds.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds really bad over the microphone. Anyway, Kieran Gillen is the right on this. But so you have to follow that up. But apparently he's doing a really good job on the series.
Okay, so do you want to see what whopping pickup I got today?
Sure.
Guess the game.
Formerly a Madden.
I'm just going to rip the CIC chip out of it. Anyway, I also picked up one of these things. I wasn't done yet.
I'll let you know whether that's true or not after this.
Now I'm done.
Okay.
So basically all this thing does is, let you hook up all your handheld systems to a USB power bank.
You two are useless. That link didn't work. The only one that worked was Andrew's. At least Andrew knows how to copy and paste the link properly.
I copied and pasted the link properly. It's not my fault.
Shame on you!
You can always just follow. Why don't you follow the CC Hangouts Twitter here?
There isn't one.
Actually, you know what? You're right. So follow Fitman on
so
Twitter.
Why don't you make one? Why don't you eat your own burn?
Follow Fitman on Twitter and go back and look at his post 2 hours ago.
Okay, so my pickups for the week was you're useless.
Awesome. It's more of a burn.
Nice. But
Don't, Ryan. It's not me talking. It's the beer.
Bravier.
It's 80 cents a bottle, and it's imported, so you know it's good.
80 cents a bottle. Oh man, that's like malt liquor right there. Is that malt liquor?
I picked up this beer. That was my pickup for the week, and it was literally brewed in Holland with with a pure brewed in our own natural springs, so you know it's not fake.
I'll say, is this like that Simpsons episode where they go to Australia and Homer wants a big beer?
So what do all modders do?
Huh?
What do all modders do?
What was it in relation to?
I don't fucking know. You said it like 20 minutes ago.
Love wrestling.
I don't know about that, but okay.
I'm just going with that.
Sounds about right.
Are you drunk right now?
No,
He is literally drinking a beer on the screen.
Are you getting
no, I'm
drunk?
not drunk. I
He's drunk.
just got home from work and I'm just like, oh, Mr. Lady fall over and shit. No, I'm all good. Might go sit in the lab, but.
So I painted this top loader shell.
So you don't need to send it to England.
Yep. Good old Rust-Oleum.
I've actually got a good
can.
pickup. I picked up these.
Is it more beer?
Oh, nice business cards.
He got business cards.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
It's for packs.
Put one
I'm
in.
going to be on a panel. I'm
Put
on
one
a
in-
panel, so.
Put one in when you send my shirt over.
Yes, I will. The second batch is running. Do you know what actually happened? Everyone was meant to get their shirts about a year ago, and I fucking had a massive fight with the printing company.
Where's my shirt?
They tried to say that they sent me the goods, 20 shirts, which was $400, and they never
Ay,
sent them.
caramba.
What the
And
fuck?
then I did
$400?
my 100. Yeah, but they were screen printed. And then
so
I
not
went,
like my cheap ass shirts.
So like I've probably lost a lot of friends because I was supposed to send them all out to people when I did my 100 subscriber giveaway thing. I was just getting like real happy about it, and I never received the product, so I was just like, "Fuck."
You know what you
Like,
should
when-
do is what you should do is put it on TeePublic store. You should just really create that, and then that way, if anyone wants to get a shirt, like shipping to the States is dirt cheap then.
Well, once I do these next few episodes, they're for pretty high profile clients. I probably will do that. But I want to give like people like you and Ben some free ones. I've just got to wait till funds clear up a bit. I've literally put everything I have into the show this year.
Well, I'm just saying because this way you won't have to worry about shipping, $50 for a damn T-shirt to ship to the United States or something like that. You can just print it off, whatever, and I think it's only like $5, $6 to TeePublic.
I'm gonna go with Square Wave Clothing, who's really good for like if you're in the synthwave stuff. It's real cheap. They do some cool design.
Is it like prints from the States, or do you have to only ship it?
Prints worldwide.
Okay.
So they've got ones in the UK, one in California.
I know with TeePublic you get a cut back from the shirts being sold too. So
Here's my latest one.
Looks like a hoodie.
It is, and it's got the logo on the side, and then
That's
back.
That's pretty cool, actually.
And you got so you got like this. If you want like formal, like college jumper, you can fold the hood in, and then it's got the neck piece. Or if you want it to be like an actual hoodie,
I feel like you're changing every time you put the camera down.
yeah, well,
This is like that magic
if
trick.
you want it to be just a hoodie, it folds in, so it's all black.
That's pretty
And then
fancy.
see, and it goes like that. So you can, yeah, that's it. Anyway,
So you can
that's
drink
my
some
pick.
beer.
Are you is it cold by you right now, Jared?
Yes. It's 4:31 in the afternoon though, so it's pretty warm.
It hasn't.
Oh,
started warming up yet.
I actually did get a pickup, but I'm gonna stop talking and then let everyone go. But I got actually a cool one. This is all I got.
Sanic.
Oh, nice.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Bam, bam,
Cart-
bam, bam,
cart
bam.
Cart in box and manual.
Man,
All
Yeah,
in.
is that the
in-
local
Manuals.
region version, or is that a import version?
This is the PAL version.
Okay, yeah.
So-
I don't know why PAL escaped me when I was thinking of that. Just because I've only seen that. I think I've only seen that cover for a Canadian edition.
He's got
And a 5-screw variant.
he's got the
Mirror.
slow sonic processing. You should open that up. See if it has a
Famicom piece in it. Yeah.
Yeah. If
It
it
does.
does, I could use one of those. Because I'm trying to make Derek a Just Breed cart.
Oh yeah, I'll help you do that because I like Derek. But you got to mention that it came from me.
Yeah, but see, here's the Canadian version, and it's the same cover.
But is that an
It's fun.
NTSC 5-screw?
Fuck off, Ben. No, it's a region. It's an American region.
God damn it.
This thing is an absolute fucking bastard.
Dude, they're not that bad.
So
What
fully
board is it?
cleaned, ISO'd. It's a dual ASCII.
Okay, that means it's at least a VA1 or a VA not.
Oh, it's a VA2. Or a VA. I don't know what VA number. Yeah, two.
Okay.
But that's irrelevant. The soldering's all beautiful. The pads are all beautiful. I'm pretty sure the wires are fucked.
I told you the Vias would be fucked.
But
This
the
is
thing
why
is,
you-
it just started work. I did the caps. It didn't work. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck Game Gears. I'm going to go back to making my videos. And then I'm like, and then it started working the next day. And I'm like, hooray. And then when I went, you know what? This is pretty rough. I'm going to clean this all up and redo it again. Then it fucking stopped working. So I'm like, why did I even try to make it better?
You see this? This is what you need when you work
What,
on
yeah.
stuff that has
What, a sleeve on your arm?
No.
A hand?
No. I'm pointing at it.
What? I can't see it.
It's in my video.
It's a magic eye.
Yeah, but it's not in the power version.
Of the video. This. You need one of these.
A black cable.
No.
A
This thing.
Heiko desoldering gun.
No.
A Goot solder tip cleaner.
This. You need
A pair
this.
of a pair of tweezers. Oh.
God damn it, Jared.
A
You know what you
Heiko
should do?
A 600-watt Heiko soldering station. Is that no?
I don't even know the technology of which you speak, and I'm finding this entertaining.
It's go back. Is that actually a desoldering? Is that a hot air rework station system under the Heiko?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's not for TV kids. That's for the after party. That thing.
Blows, man. It blows.
It just gives really good hot blow technology. Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks a lot cleaner than last time I saw it.
What, my lab?
Mm.
Instead of moving my friggin' monitor. Just a horrible idea. Should have never done that.
Who sent you a PSX one?
What?
Who sent you a PSX?
What do you mean?
The slim PS1.
That would be Canadian Retro.
Oh, Did you guys see that stupid fucking what are those cables called? Pound Technologies
PS2
cables.
the PS2 cables.
They look garbage, man. Like
Yeah,
I reckon it looked better without them.
Yeah, I watched the
Metal
Metal
Jesus
Jesus
one.
review on
Yeah.
them, and someone did acknowledge that they do work in 4x3, unlike shown in the video. But
Yeah.
everything said, like, even disregarding how it makes everything darker, it looks virtually useless to me because it's just like
I didn't think there was a noticeable improvement in the picture, and I'm serious.
yeah, and there was a noticeable downgrade in the brightness.
Okay, so what are these cables doing?
They're apparently upscaling and
Oh god damn it!
line quadrupling or some shit, but they're just a cheap upscaler in a cable. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's a really cheap upscaler in a cable.
Yeah, and it's just
And that's why it's dark, because only the cheap ones will do that, because they don't have the proper aliasing technology in the cables to push your LEDs out to the correct brightness.
yeah, and at that point it's $30 US.
Hmm.
Couldn't you just get a component to HDMI converter box?
You can get them for like $8.
And also the component cable?
Yeah.
For PS2?
And if you come out in component, it will be brighter than going out anyway.
Yeah, and it's not going to like up-res anything, but it's going to give you the best clarity that you can get for.
And the reason why he's getting no lag, he's like, I realize there's no fucking lag here. This is amazing. That's because it's not upscaling shit. It's not doing anything.
Is this Metal Jesus saying this?
Yeah.
No, he's just, it's not him, it's not his fault. He's just going, but I mean, if it was actually upscaling.
He's not a very technical minded guy though. So.
If it was upscaling and doing a proper actual conversion, then you would have input lag, because it would actually have to dump an image and then push it out as a digital signal, which it's not even doing. I think it's just
not quite.
I think it's a through pass in a cable.
Not quite, but yeah, they'd have to do a bunch of digital image processing to it, and that takes a couple nanoseconds.
Yeah,
at minimum.
But here's the thing with the cable. First sign of maybe this is not the highest quality product, or I mean, it's not the highest quality product. That's basically what it says on the tin. But maybe this isn't the best idea.
We're the fourth best one!
When he plugs it in, and it's like, oh, you got this weird green tint, and it's like, what the fuck? But
it converts it into an Xbox.
Yeah, but here's the big kicker. Here's the kicker for that cable. It's just like, not only does it not make it look all that much better and potentially worse, it actually removes functionality. Progressive scan will not work with it. What's the fucking point?
Well, I'm going to do a video anyway later on where I'm actually going to convert an OSSC and put it inside a PlayStation. So that'll be a proper HDMI out, and I'll put the screen on the front of the PlayStation so you can actually see your frame rate conversion and your brightness adjust and all your line doubling, all that shit. This
sounds overkill, but go on.
Yeah, like we were talking about the Mega Drive the other day, but the PlayStation, I looked into it and it will fit it inside.
What are you going to do? Stick it in the expansion port?
The OSSC?
Yes.
No, I'm going to pull the RGB lines off and then push it through that as component. Because it's RGBP, not YRGB, or whatever they call that shit. YPB.
YPBPR.
Yeah, it's not that. So I'll pull that through and then push it and put a HDMI port on the back, and then I'll move the three buttons from the OSSC onto the front of the console, so you can go 720 and 1080, and then I'll have the little screen in the corner on the console, so you can actually see what you're doing to the system. Frame rate stabilization, all that shit. Like, that's actual tech that needs to go into these things to fucking make them work properly, and you can't condense that into a fucking cable. I don't know why people keep thinking they're going to be all right.
Yeah, curiosity, is the thing you're talking about doing going to improve the visual clarity at all? Because that's the big problem with the PS2.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll do a lot. It'll do a lot for it. But that thing is 150 pounds. It's a lot different to a $30 cable.
Yeah,
and you've got to build it yourself, and and put firmware on it and all this shit.
Yeah, but I'm just like, because even if you go component, it's not going to improve the visual clarity all that much. That's what I'm curious about, because like
this will make it work properly on a digital TV like it would be supposed to if it was a PS4 or PS3, and give you the correct aspect ratio, and it will take all the sharpness off the lines. It's basically an open source frame master.
Nice and practical.
But yeah, well, that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's why Ben won't ever do any of these videos with me, because he's like, this is just fucking stupid. It's awesome, but over the top.
Yeah, you like messing with stuff. He just kind of does the improvement mods.
Yeah.
Which is not a slight in any way. It's just kind of different priorities.
I do the ones that don't involve having to,
spend $1,000 to make it go.
Exactly. Spend $1,000 for 2 months of my fucking time. Because that's fucking ridiculous, Jared. It's fucking ridiculous.
Makes
Yeah,
for cool
but
content, though.
Yeah, it is cool, though.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you, I'm willing to do guest spots on a video. But I'm doing mods, not fucking crazy shit.
Okay. I will. I think the Atari was off the fucking hook for over the top with that one.
That's pretty cool.
That Atari was basically, you wanted to hemorrhage away a bunch of money.
Cool,
no,
though.
I just wanted to prove to people you can turn it into a console. They're like, you can't do it.
Seems like you managed to make it work.
Oh yeah, I had the client ring me up the other day. He's like, "Fuck, this is sick." It was so good because I watched him play it with a what do they call, a retro key card? What are those emulated cards called? The ones like the retro that Stone Age Gamers sell them.
Everdrive?
No, Stone Age Gamers brand.
That's the same shit.
Yeah, it's an Everdrive. They sell Everdrives.
Well, anyway, yeah, it was an Everdrive thing, and he was playing it, and he was going through and selecting all the games, and like games like Rampage and all that looks so good on it.
Yeah, it's a flash card, right? That you put an SD card in, you put it in there. Yeah, it's an Everdrive.
Yeah, but this thing was upscaling and stabilizing the frame rate and doing all this other stuff in the background, and it came out so nice. But you could also take all the you could on that same port, you could take all the settings off and make it so it was just like a through pass, so you would get the original analog video signal. So if you wanted to make it look like it was meant to look, which was quite cool too. The only thing is the aspect ratio is, what does Tim Worthington put it out at? Is it 16? It's not 16 by 9.
I don't fucking know.
When you do your McWills and your Game Gears, what do they push it out at?
4:3.
4:3, yeah. Yeah, so when you do it, when you switch it over to HDMI and OSSC, it will push it out to 16 by 9. But if you want the original resolution, it only does 4 by whatever that one was, that aspect ratio. Yeah. So it looks quite small on the screen, but it's cool. Yeah. Hey, but Marco McWill at the moment is working on the Neo Geo Pocket Color TV out and one for the Game Boy Color as well.
See, that's useful stuff.
Yeah. So you could do videos on that with us, Ben. That'd be sick.
I could do videos on more than that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you have some NESs that need some work?
That one.
Oh, that's right. You have to front load. You have a front loader that needs done, not a top loader.
I'm going to turn the Xbox into a front loader.
Doesn't it already front load?
Why?
That front loader.
You're going to shove that in an Xbox?
No, I'm going to shove an Xbox in that, yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
More...
he wants it. Because he wants it to be, the guy has a lot of money and he wants a system that he can call the XES, which is Xbox Entertainment System. And if he puts it in a mirror and looks at it, it says the word sex. That's literally what he wants it for.
Is this musty?
You do realize that an Xbox motherboard is not going to fit into that thing.
I will make it fit.
No, you won't.
A version of putting an Xbox into a different console that I would like to see, like just to see if you can do it.
It's right there. We can do it right now, Ben. I'm not scared.
The thing is, you can replace that the hard drive in there with. I'd like to see if you can do it with like a SD card,
I mean, you can definitely get an SD card that
a flash
has the
drive
same
or something
amount
like
of
that. 'Cause
space.
you could do a solid state drive for the hard drive on the.
Look,
the
Ben's
Xbox.
trying to work out the logistics of it.
Hey, what I was going to say is like another kind of.
Imagine if it was just put it in and done. Oh, it
Here
fits.
is a Xbox motherboard that I have sucked a bunch of chips off of because this thing's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the
Or it's
dimensions?
warped.
Just show me it. Just show me, man.
Will
Where's-
not fit.
Put it all in screen. I don't believe you. All of it.
Does this
Yes,
look
it
like
will.
it fits
Turn
in here?
around. Yes.
Just about.
That's not actually that hard, Ben. What are you going on about?
Yeah,
I just put a hard drive in that and it'll go. I can modify that shell a bit to make it fit. You were lying to me. That actually fit. I thought I was going to have to actually cut the board apart and rebuild it. It looks like I don't have to do fuck all. I can nearly just put it straight in there.
It looks like, if anything, you might have to sand the sides down. And I don't know.
Oh no, Ben. That's a 10-minute video. No, we need a bigger console.
How about a smaller one? Because here's the curiosity of like the impractical thing, but it's amusing to me. The thought of
Put it
trying
in-
to make that work.
Put it into a
Xbox-
Game Boy Advance.
No, hell no. This is much more
You better
difficult than
FPGA
that,
that shit.
but it's still bad. If you could put an original Xbox inside a Dreamcast.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and then we'll get the little.
Dreamcast
We'll get the display to work with Xbox games. A little Dreamcast display.
the VMU.
Yeah, like to do Halo.
That'd be incredible if you could pull that off.
Yeah,
No, you would
That's a-
literally have to
Yeah.
alter the BIOS.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pie in the sky, like just what the hell ever. Like,
Although
just
you
so
could
can do it.
literally, you could make a bunch of images and shit, so that when a game is reading and it takes the fucking BIOS and all that crap off the
It
ROM
probably-
data off the game and reads it, you could force it to spit out an image on that controller, which would be quite funny.
You would have a hard time though because unless you made, it'd be really crazy if you took the Xbox controller and put it in the Dreamcast controller because they have two analog sticks
Yeah,
on the Xbox.
I wasn't talking about necessarily incorporating the VMU or the Dreamcast controller itself, like just the shell of the Dreamcast. You can just plug a regular Xbox controller into it, but you would essentially
Yoshi
be
and-
making an Xbox Mini at that.
Yoshi and I were going to build a dual analog N64 controller.
Ooh.
So you had analog for
control.
so you have your analog for your C buttons.
Mm.
Which would be quite cool.
That'd be interesting.
Or a triple for the D-pad as well. Even the buttons can be fucking analog joysticks. It's an all analog joystick controller
Yeah, you could always put like a little
with the Z button on the back too.
a little switch thing underneath the right stick or around on the controller where it switches which function it's taking over for.
I actually am doing that later on in the year. Maybe next year. The guy wants a dedicated. Oh fuck! He won't be watching. It's all right because I'm not supposed to tell anyone. He wants a dedicated GoldenEye console that can only play GoldenEye. So he wants it to lock out every other game.
That's like an improvement.
He wants it to be able to lock out every game, only be able to play GoldenEye, and have a mini PC in it so that it can do the emulation of the what's the game called?
Perfect.
The Perfect Dark game that's an emulated version with the GoldenEye games and all that shit on it. Like it's like GoldenEye HD.
Yeah, I've seen that before. You can get that like on a cartridge. People make that where they put the it's like whatever. Maybe it's a fan made game, but it's basically like the GoldenEye engine, or it's the Perfect Dark engine with the GoldenEye ROM. So
Yeah, I want to get that onto a cartridge.
oh, you could probably just do that with a flash card, you know.
But it needs power to run that game properly because the N64 emulators are pigs, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you'd know because you're an N64 dude.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that doesn't. One of the consoles like the Saturn where it doesn't do emulation correctly. I know they
have you got yours going again?
I think someone linked. I thought I saw had a link for the list for the N64 Mini. But that's one of the things I'm interested in seeing how well the emulation on that is, because that's essentially what those things are, like ROM carts.
Lovely.
Have you got a Sega Saturn that works?
Yeah, I do.
That one I gave you, does it work?
No, it doesn't. Not anymore, at least. Thanks to Yoshi.
Well, what doesn't go at all?
The laser is what's fucked on it.
Oh, well, I'll just send you another one. But another console, and you can send me that one back when you get time.
Yoshi's not here because Yoshi tried taking a look at it when I sent him some stuff, but he said essentially the laser's fucked. So
I would, yeah. Well, that was imported from Japan, so I had no control over that. I don't think so.
I might just keep the shell because I was thinking about trying to do that. Eventually, there's that flash card emulation thing coming out for it.
I'd love to do that in a video for you.
Well, there's two ways, right? There's one where you can remove the disk drive and you put the SD cartridge in, which is ridiculous. It's hard as hell to get that thing. That's the thing. But there's also that other guy who's building it where you can just use the expansion pack on the back, where you take the board off and you can just slide it in. But that still isn't finished being made yet.
Oh, that one that's got like 20 million views on the guy who reverse engineered how the fucking architecture works.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen for a while, man.
Yeah, especially if it's just one guy doing it.
Well, I can tell you guys this. There's a Game Boy Advance console coming out at the end of the year from me. Proper one.
Spoilers.
Like it will be backwards compatible. We play all of the Game Boy library.
That's cool. Plus Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. And I'm trying to work out what controller to put it onto. I'm thinking Super Nintendo.
Well, it was wasn't originally marketed as it's a portable Super Nintendo.
But I'm gonna put it into this. Either a Super Famicom shell or a Super Nintendo Mini. And I broke my phone.
Quit breaking stuff.
Fucking stupid VGA monitor. There we go. Have we still got audio?
Yep.
Oh, good. I'm live.
Just watching it.
Yeah, that.
I need a freaking riot chip.
A riot chip?
Yeah, for an Atari 2600. And maybe a CPU.
I've got a million fucking Susies and Michaels you can have.
I'll take those. I'll take whatever board you have from stuff you've thrown out. Like that 2600 you threw out. You still have that board? I could use it for parts.
I never got a board with it. It was shell only.
Damn it. You should get boards with these things so you can send them to me so I can use them as parts.
What's in it for me?
You're helping me out?
Respect.
I worked out that doesn't fucking put food on my table.
Respect.
That's why you have a job, Jared.
This isn't Grand Theft Auto, the first fucking 10 missions of San Andreas where you just earn respect and no money.
Respect.
Sure it is.
Yeah, all right. I can send you some shit. We'll wait till after PAX because I'm broke until PAX is done.
Didn't you just sell a stupid body console?
Yes. I got $1,100 for it.
So how are
Did
you,
hear
bro?
that?
Did you spend twice as much as you
Because-
sold it for?
No, because I have toys like this.
Because you need drums? You need some derms?
There's another one for another Lynx. We should really market that PSP console, though. I think we should attack that first, not the Game Gear.
I guess.
I know that if you said, "Hey, Ryan, I've got a $50 PSP console you can have, or a $60 PSP console," he'd be like, "Yes."
Like, yes, I take that in a heartbeat.
Where you mean a $60 consolization kit?
Yes, that requires fuck all talent. Then you can ram it up all those other fucking titty bitty modder guys that are like, "Oh my god, you got to send it over here, and there's a limited availability, and I'll select whether I want to do it for you or not."
What, you mean like me?
No.
That's how you really corner the market. That's how you know. Isn't that what's his face? Yoshi's old friend does.
You mean like some of the guys that do the 3DS capture cards who don't want to sell the freaking capture card kits to anybody?
No, talk about that. What's his name? Lord. What's his face? Because he does like mods too. He does his own RGB boards, and
His
then everyone.
boards are not all that
Yep.
great.
But because everyone creams, he does videos for he does it for all the YouTubers. Basically, now everyone thinks that you have to buy his RGB boards.
Lord
The
Volta.
best. That's what it is.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He seems kind of like a dick.
I don't like any of those guys.
Start a fire.
Okay? I don't like any of those guys anymore. At all.
Can you guys make an NES or 3DS capture card?
I mean,
Damn
you
it!
want me to do it as a
You-
final fucking project? Yes.
You caught me out.
I wish I could, but that's way too much FPGA work for me to be comfortable
We're,
with.
we're doing something later on with that anyway. Me and Yoshi, pretty sure, if he wants to. I am.
I mean, derms. They take your derms.
Can you
I've
do
got
that
a-
solo from Wayne's World?
Which one? I don't know it.
The one where Garth's sitting in the music store and he just starts going. He's like, "Do, do, 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 do," and he just- that doesn't.
I
That
don't know how
sounds
to
more
do it.
like.
That sounds like electronic drums.
No, it sounded more like.
Yeah, they are. You set
Man
your
at,
triggers.
that,
Watch.
that sounded like Man at Work right there going on.
I can set the trigger to be anything.
Down
Yeah.
under.
I come from the land down under.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, play that song.
That's how it starts. It goes. Well, I've only got one drum stick in my hand. So.
I want to be careful with the volume on that, but
It's okay. We'll just get copyright claim. No big deal.
Are you guys monetized?
no. No, but it's fun to joke about that stuff.
Well, apparently you can get monetization copy struck for even singing the songs now.
Depends on the song, I would assume.
Or if you're good.
Yeah.
We got that one video taken down because we were doing the Misty Mountains song from The Hobbit. It was like me and Paul were doing it.
I'm going to start doing music like you requested. More of it. Because I know that Ryan wanted it.
Holy moly!
Well, that's cool. A gong. Silence.
The Gong Show. Yeah, do the Gong Show.
What?
Just like when somebody's getting kicked off the show, you hit the gong.
You have been selected for a fight to the death. Now, your soul is mine. Well, I don't even know how that goes, but that's Mortal Kombat, isn't it? They do that before every fight. That movie was terrible.
I don't know if the gong part was a part of Mortal Kombat, but the Your Soul Is Mine was definitely from the movie. I just started with a beat and stop, man.
I'm just, yeah, I don't really know what to play. How come so let me get this straight. Who runs the Cartridge Club now? I didn't realize the bros had even gone. It's been so long since I've been on one of these things.
Sean is halfway across the world right now. He is in the Canadian Navy. Last I heard, I think was in Spain. And Mark just wants the time away. So Mark is basically just being a dad right now. So they're still around. It's just that Sean is definitely not home. And, he reaches back every couple of weeks when he gets some internet connection.
So is Mark still part of it as well?
Yeah, he's just not doing the show anymore. He wants a break, so he can be a dad. So
they didn't leave the club. They're just busy.
No, they died.
Yeah, they died. They're dead. Yeah. So no, it's just, what's it called? There's a bunch of us.
That's grim.
There's a bunch of us just kind of taking on the jobs that the two of them did basically right now for the last 5 years, and we're just kind of just keeping it, show going on. Me and Musty are doing the show, the Prime show, and there's others that I don't know if
I haven't seen a show since the bros did it. I want to see a Prime show. What, you guys do it now?
Yeah, we've been doing it since we took over the last 3 shows of season 5, and then we just did September. Resident Evil is this month.
Yeah,
because I used to watch the Prime episodes on the Bros channel when they were on there.
Weekly?
We're not doing weekly anymore. We're not doing that.
Oh no, that was my favorite weekly.
Yeah,
I used to love just watching P1 just go off.
I think that might happen. I don't want to put words in Sean's mouth basically, but maybe when Sean gets back, that might happen again. Because I know that they did that because that was 1 week where once a week where Sean would see Mark basically. So they would they would talk to each other every day, but they see each other at least once a week. So maybe that's something they probably would want to bring back. But they're both because well, I don't want to put words in Mark's mouth either, but I know Mark. I think you have to force him to get out of the house, basically. Not saying that in a bad way. I think Mark is kind of more shy. Mark is more of a shy person than he comes off. So
he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, he's great. I was sad that he didn't come to Chicago because that's one person or Midwest, because Sean came down to my house and stayed with me for Midwest. But and I had the offer for Sean or for Mark to come too, but Mark stayed home.
I got to meet Dean. That was cool.
I'm gonna see him this weekend.
I was fucking stoked when I got to meet Dean and Amanda. I was like, yes.
He gets to travel the world because of his job.
Yeah.
He's a lucky guy.
We got so drunk that night.
As for the podcasts, the last one Sean and Mark were on was the same one I was on, the Mario World, right?
Yep, Mario World, Super Mario World.
Yes, that was kind of their last one. And then it was it Doom after that? Or?
Doom was that was the end of season 5. Doom was the start of season 6.
Yeah, that was recorded in advance, so it's kind of hard to remember what the next one was.
I've been so busy, I haven't been able to watch any of these. I have been keeping up with the Mighty Q Dogs and Musty Hobbit, but
well, now if you're part of you part of the Patreon,
yeah, I never stopped being one. I'm on the $3 tier.
Oh, then you can watch the videos for Prime, because we put the video up for Prime now. the recording, and I edit the stuff for that basically. So.
Oh, okay. I don't know where it goes. Where I haven't received any notifications from the Cartridge Clubs in ages, but
It's
or do they got on the forums?
It's no, that one's on our Patreon page. Everything gets posted there basically. So
okay. So I'll watch them on there.
So yeah, that's what gets posted.
Why don't you post the links out
for the video?
Yeah,
we want people to pay.
Yeah, I know that, but Andy Last, a show I go on every week, is Beyond Synth, right?
Sure.
He sends the Patreon links to his people who, so like you do, but you should be able to link those videos and send them directly. But you don't even have to do that. It has an auto generator where it'll send them to those people.
Yeah, just like a basically push notification when a new thing of content goes up.
Yeah, that gets you way more viewership because people are, oh yes, my video I've fucking paid for has just come in. You know, like
yeah.
I think. Well, then again, I don't know. You might be right. I'll have to check to see the emails. I think there are email pushes, but I'm not sure. I'll ask around to see.
It will only go to the people whose pledges go through as well.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So it's a good thing. I don't know. It just works for Andy, because it's good. And if you got someone like, it's also early access.
Well, the $5 tier gets you access to watch the live recording as it's happening, and then what's it called? I think because I didn't watch the chat last time. I was more focused on what else was going on. Basically, I think Musty has control of the chat basically as it's being recorded during the live recording.
Yeah, because when I did mine, I did Patreon, but I have really cut back on it. But I didn't need it. But I know Andy just does the push notifications, and it works really great. They'll get the notifications the moment it's published.
Sure.
And that's cool. It just helps people remind to watch it. I'm sure people do anyway, but yeah. Because
the regular show is free still. The regular show, the audio show, it's free. That's never going to change. We're just doing. I'm actually more focused on adding music to the show. That's something I always thought that the show needed more. It happened every once in a while, but
do you want me to get you some guides for the music?
No, I rip it from the actual video games is what I do it for.
Oh, okay.
Because especially when we're trying to talk about maybe the soundtrack of a game or I spice it up every once in a while with a little bit of the music now. So I try to polish it up as much as possible and then add music.
Because there used to be I've seen that the Cartridge Club added a tier. It used to be only 1 and 3.
Mm-hmm. And now it's
$5 one.
Yeah, the $5 one's live, 5-axis, and I think that also helps with the voting. I think the $3 and maybe the $5 don't hold me accountable yet, but I think
now I know they got a $5 one. I'll push it up to that. But
whatever you want. You don't even have to donate.
No. But I cut a lot of my Patreon support back when I put all my money into my show for season 2 because I got animators and everything on board to really push it forward. And that's all settled now. All the videos are done now. They're all made.
You record all your videos ready for this season?
I've done all of the groundwork, like credits, reels, intros, segues, music track selection, all that stuff. So literally all I got to do is, and I've got all the kits and everything ready. So literally I got to do is film and build them.
Okay, because I was saying, oh man, that's killing for that more stuff. Because I know there's stuff all that you had on the horizon there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know. It's got pretty popular lately. I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, because I remember when you were I first got Sony Vegas and I did that first episode and I was like, fuck, I overproduced the fuck out of it because I look at all these After Effects I can use and everything, and then I'm realize, I've actually got to do some work in this. I can't just keep doing filters and effects and all this stuff, and you've got to actually have substance. To tone it down a bit, yeah. That's crazy. Oh, well, that's heaps good. I'm heaps. I didn't know, man, because I wasn't getting. I don't look at the Patreon. I just pay my support.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will definitely go and backlog on those now? Are they never getting uploaded? They're just staying on there.
Yeah, they're never going to probably get uploaded to the Cartridge Club YouTube. I can't recall if the first episode is. I don't think it is.
Because you could always put them up as private videos, and then you can send the links to your Patreons. Send them, they can watch it.
Yeah, I think that's essentially how maybe it works. I would have to ask around how they do it. To be honest, that's not. I just give when I'm done. I hand it over, and then it goes from there to Patreon. So the audio the audio show gets uploaded.
Are you the chief financial officer as well now?
I'm always just the executive producer of everything Cartridge Club related.
Nice. Because I remember that day when it used to be, what was the original forum page, and then it went to the new tile.
Like through the old website.
Yeah, the old one I'm talking about.
The original Dean's forums.
Yeah. And then the day they got they went and put all that effort in and got the proper one done, and it was so good.
And I think Dean and Derek are still working on that one.
I haven't been
still trying to get it better. Just trying to get it.
What's your ranking now?
Bad, because I haven't been active on their forums in a while. Discord's just easier for me because I have it like mobily. You know, that's the one thing that knocks is it sucks for like mobile, at least in my opinion, the forums.
Yeah, it does. It's really not user friendly.
I don't want to have to fire up my computer to just get like a quick sentence in where I can, that's the benefit of like my phone. For Twitter, I can just quickly fire off a sentence, or Discord, I can quickly fire off a sentence.
Yeah, forums are more long form discussion.
Yeah, and to me, when I listen to the shows while I'm at work, for me to make a comment, I would have to go to the website, which I don't remember my login, and I don't want to change my password because I have it saved on my home machines. So I don't. It's kind of one of those ones where it's just like, all right, I'll save it for I get home, and then when I get home, I'm like, I'm too lazy to post what I was going to think, or I forgot what I was going to say.
So I got something cool for you.
What's that?
Yoshi and I want to bring the modcast back. We were thinking about doing one this week.
I was going to say that's kind of what today. I mean, it sounds like you had it today or earlier, right? When you were talking about the Xbox and the NES.
We're gonna do one, but it's gonna be off the cuff, like lots of swearing and carrying on, and be good.
Nice.
I'm sick of trying to make it all like, hello and welcome, friends and children and happy families.
You'd be like, oi, piss off now.
All right, we got some wanker here from America who considers himself a Nintendo 64 expert. Here's fucking Ryan.
What's this wanker doing here?
Isn't that fucking twat that told Metal Jesus that the joysticks are fucked on those retro fire controllers?
As a matter of fact, I am the hero that for the people. Everyone who got a replacement controller owes me a thank you. Yeah. That's all.
It's a lot of people.
Have you selected their option for their Kickstarter page? Say like you said select the option that you want them to fix it. They just sent you a new controller for free completely. And then but
nice. So you end up with two controllers and you could have got a joystick.
Yep. And from my understanding, but if you select the option that you want to fix it yourself, you're screwed because they just send you the parts. Because I heard Derek, that's what happened with Derek, because Derek ordered it too. So, but they just sent him the parts.
Well, let's be honest. That was pretty good of him to actually do that.
Oh yeah, they acknowledged it. But hey, guess what? It wouldn't have happened. Metal Jesus had to go back and redo his review because of me. Because everyone kept on retweeting Metal Jesus. Did you see this? Did you see this? Because that video got retweeted a few
times. So did you actually get in it? Was that your retweet?
Because he responded to it because people started tagging Metal Jesus. People were like, have you seen this? Because he was posting on his Twitter. This is early thoughts. It's pretty great. And then everyone's like, have you seen this yet? So makes me happy.
Nice. That's claim to fame, man.
Yep.
Especially because you're a Nintendo 64 man.
Yep. It took me like 10 minutes of playing with that controller to find that little goof. So to me, that means that they barely play with their their games basically to.
You should go and ring them up and become a playtester.
I should be like, yo, I'm gonna see him in a couple days. So I'll be like, yo, Metal Jesus, Metal Jesus, what is up?
Have you met him before? Apparently, he's a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, he's pretty nice. I've seen him before.
I met him once for a few minutes. He's a good guy.
I get on quite well with John Riggs these days.
Yeah, Riggs is a nice guy too. I've talked, I think, more with John Hancock and Reggie, and
I like
all
Radical
those,
Reggie.
yeah, Reggie's a pretty cool guy too. All those people are pretty approachable if you ever see him like out in, like at Portland. But then again, like I feel bad for like Kinsey and Kelsey because like there's all like the weirdo nerds that are always like mouth breathing over them, like when they're doing like their like I guess come meet the Metal Jesus crew, and all the guys are you know, you'll see it. And I'm like,
I reckon that Kelsey Lewin would get harassed, eh?
I think so. I know Dean was saying he felt terrible for both of them because he said like he saw him. He said it was bad. You know, like I don't know if they said inappropriate things, but he said it was really like not comfortable, and they just kind of like laugh it off, just like, okay, thank you. You know,
thanks for awkwardly staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's
well,
a
you get
woman.
those. I don't like that when people do that to women. Eh? It really shits me off.
And probably like too long of a handshake or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least.
They because I know quite a few female singers in the synthwave industry. They're quite big, and they just say their DMs just get filled with weird stuff all the time, eh? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure they would have their DMs closed. But yeah, I'd imagine that people would always just send inappropriate messages to people like that,
Yep.
or talk to them in weird ways.
Yeah, especially it's because it's, you know, it's a lady.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God.
especially like those two are actually legitimately really cool. Like Kinsey Lewin owns an actual full-on gaming store, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not Kinsey Lewin, Kelsey. I just split two people's names together. I did Kinsey
There we
Burke and
go.
Kelsey Lewin
Yeah.
together.
Sorry, Yoshi,
Wait,
you weren't
wait.
muted. You were just I hadn't,
Super Saiyan combined.
So what are you guys talking
given
about?
I hadn't given you permissions for the call.
Are you guys talking about lovely Rita,
What?
No.
Wait,
Meteor Maid? You want to
every time
inquire
someone cracks a joke.
get some tea?
Save that for the show where you just anytime Yoshi tells a joke, you do the badoo-douche.
The drums are kind of peaking a little bit though.
We should do the mod. We should do the modcast. Thank you, Andrew and Soundcheck. How much bass backfeed do we need?
No, I'm just saying it's a little loud.
Yeah, I'll take it off.
I don't know. Sounds okay over here.
I'm not saying it's like ear shattering. I'm just saying it's a little bit kind of.
Symbol 3. Up 2 notches. Well, we're talking about modcast. We should just bring Ryan on it and talk about N64s and shit, and how the emulation is really bad on it.
And why you should buy my Ultra HDMI modded N64s? I'm going
Yeah.
to have a watermelon and a jungle green one. You know you want them,
go.
Ryan.
I have the limited edition like Japanese baseball team one that you did for me. That's what that orange and black one is. It's a Japanese baseball team.
Yeah, and it also had some kids puke in it.
What's your favorite N64 game, Ryan?
Ocarina of Time.
I'm gonna make no.
Such a
That's so
generic
cliche. I was
answer.
gonna say. I'm gonna
That's
make
what-
you a Zelda N64, and then I thought, oh yeah, that's not original at all. Everyone fucking does that.
I'm surprised it didn't say Super Mario 64 instead.
No, Ocarina of Time is my favorite game of all time. So
My
Really?
favorite game of all time, Banjo Kazooie. Diddy
That's a
Kong
good one.
Racing.
Banjo Kazooie.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Conker's Bad Fur Day would be a fun one if you could do that. Basically,
Just have him drunk. Fucking.
Wait,
that is one of
I
my
have to
probably
get
top
drunk.
5 games for that game.
That was such a weird direction they took that character, because he was just a normal happy screw up Diddy Kong Racing, and then you play as him and he's just a.
I have a promotional tape around probably at my parents' house still from N64 where they had an early, like, it was like a preview of games to come. and they showed Conker. It was just called Conker's like adventure, and it's like him just being. It's kind of like Banjo-Kazooie, and they said that they felt that it was too close to your Banjo-Kazooies, your Donkey Kong 64s, where they decided to hell with it, and they're gonna just go wild with it and make it completely, because it was getting close to the end of the N64's life too. So they decided most games that get released at the end of a console's life doesn't really sell well. So they decided to hell with it. They're just going to make something they really, off the wall and make it different from Banjo-Kazooie. So
that's one of the few cartridges I have that actually holds some kind of value.
It's a good game. And what makes it really hold its value is that it got edited when it got put on Xbox. They cut out some more of the swearing for it, which is kind of funny because, you would think, if anything, Xbox would be more lenient on that,
Yeah.
The Nintendo version is
What's really crazy is like whatever happened to Rare? They were so good.
everyone left. Everyone who was a part of their team is gone. Most of them are at Playtonic right now, but
I know, but it was literally they just kept putting out gem after gem after gem.
Yep.
It's probably the like, not to blame Microsoft, but like just the Xbox management in the time misusing their talents, I guess.
Yeah.
Is what my take would be on that. Like, they just kept giving them projects they didn't give much of a shit about.
Well, the alleged rumor that I heard is that this is from what I heard. I can't probably have backup evidence, but I imagine if you Google it, you can find this before. Is that when they bought Rare, they thought they were getting Donkey Kong, and they were going to use Donkey Kong as their mascot, not knowing that Nintendo owns the rights to Donkey Kong, and Rare was making their games.
So owns the rights to Waluigi.
Microsoft's
Why is he not
idiots.
in Smash?
So yeah, so essentially that's what they were. They made a big goof, and they and then after that they just never capitalized on their franchises or properties they own. So
yeah, except for Grab the Ghoulies and
well, that came out originally for the Xbox. That wasn't a franchise. That was the Xbox franchise going.
Yeah,
for
no,
it.
I got what you meant after.
Grabbed by the Ghoulies means in Australia, right?
What?
You know what grabbed by the Ghoulies means in Australia, right?
No.
Do you want me to show you?
Probably not.
I
Seriously,
wouldn't.
Oh my! What?
I was gonna say I wouldn't doubt that it is a meaning for something else, seeing as all that they have in that ukulele game that the people who made Rare, worked at Rare, they have a character named Trouser Snake.
It literally means your balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of knew that one.
Yeah.
No, but that's what you say. Like, oh my god, I got hit by the cricket ball in the Ghoulies.
That was probably intentional then, in some way.
Oh no, mate, I'm off on the stretcher. I've got injured Ghoulies.
But I always have to mention this because, like, people always rib on Rare for anything when they were acquired by Xbox. Cameo, actually a really good jam.
What's that?
Cameo, Elements of Power. It's actually a really good jam from the
Cameo. What do you mean? I can't understand the title. Sorry.
Cameo, Elements of Power.
It's spelled like Kameo or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like a cameo, like a guest star thing. It's K.
Yeah,
okay.
But yeah, 360. I don't remember if this is a launch title or not, but yeah, 360 era Rare, and it's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not on the same level as like all the classics, but it's a fun jam. It looks really good too.
It's on the what do you call it? The
Rare replay.
Yeah.
Give it a go. It's cheap.
Have you ever played Grab by the Ghoulies? One thing I heard about it, it's kind of like a weird controls. Like it's got the dual analog stick.
I play Grab by the Ghoulies daily.
Is that on the Rare replay?
It's a bit like a VR game. Is that the VR game?
That's just like an R game, right? That's not virtual anymore.
That is on the Rare replay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to PAX and try out the next gen VR stuff.
I don't know why I legitimately just did not realize that game was on the Rare replay. I'll have to put that in for the first time since I got the system.
It's not a bad one. It's spooky game month, you know.
Yeah.
Pick up a game that's spooky.
Yeah.
Is Resident Evil allowed to do it
I'll do what?
for Spooky Game Month?
Absolutely.
Spoopy.
I mean, that's why we're doing Resident Evil 2 for Game of the Month right now.
Right now?
Yeah, that's October's Game of the Month.
Oh man!
And the
October's nearly
portable
over.
and the portable game of the month is Luigi's Mansion Darkman.
You still got half
I
the month.
watched some amazing videos on Resident Evil retrospective. I think Avalanche Reviews does it. They're incredible. They're like an hour each, but they go into depth about everything that made the game, the directions that Shinji Miyazaki took, and things like that, and the music and the composers, and like he even like brings up old development ports and plays them and stuff, and it's really cool.
Isn't that Shinji Mikami?
That one, yeah, that guy. Sorry.
Well, you still got half a month left.
Shin
It's only the
Megami
17th.
Tensei, I thought. What?
It's only the 17th. You guys still have that time to play it.
Yeah, no.
No.
I've never played it.
Resident Evil 2?
No, I've played 1 and 3. I've played 1 Nemesis, Code Veronica X, 5, and the 2 on-rails shooters ones, Resident Evil Survivor.
Well, the idea behind it is because, what do you call it? The remake is coming out in January for the PS4 and the Xbox of Resident Evil 2. So when people play it before the remake comes out, so people have like kind of like a general, I guess, like thought before they go back, maybe like just to replay it before, because they came out in 97. I want to say I think Resident Evil 2 came out, maybe even a little bit later, maybe like 98. So
So apparently the best game of the whole series, period, apparently still.
well, people argue with 4, but I prefer 2. 2 is my favorite in the
But
series.
isn't 4 a bit too supernatural? They went in a weird direction.
It goes. There's no longer zombies. It's more along the line of people who are possessed by a parasite that they have inside them.
Oh.
The Las Plagas
Yeah, Las
in
Plagas. or whatever it's
Spain.
called.
In
Yeah,
Spain, yeah.
Darth
So it's
Plagueis?
yeah. It's
Yeah, the
Plagas. It's the Australian variant of the Las Plagas.
I don't know, I was making a Star Wars joke. Anyway, Resident Evil 2 was January 21st, 1998.
there you go, 98.
I'll send you the video to watch, Ryan. It's actually brilliant.
I'll watch it because I'll get some notes for the show.
It's like it's got like 164,000 views, and the guy's only got like 30,000 subscribers, so it's good. 20,000.
When I was in high school, they actually had books for Resident Evil, like based off every single game.
I
And it
have
was
a
like
couple of those.
they gave an additional story. I have a couple of them. I think I just have it for the first game and maybe Nemesis. I'm not sure if I have it for 2.
I just found them in thrift stores, so they're odd numbered ones. But I think I have the adaptation of 2 and one of the originals.
I know I have to go get them still, but they were easy reads. They weren't hard. All right, since it's 11:30 and I'm pretty gassed, I'm gonna check out here tonight.
Yeah, I was just thinking about maybe ending it.
Okay. See you guys.
Are you gonna
I'm
end
watch
it all?
the EV blog.
No, you're gonna stay and talk with me, Ben. It's the after party.
I don't
Can
know
I
if
talk with
it'll be
you
up.
while watching the EV blog?
Yes, because we can laugh at the guys acting together.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop the broadcast. Don't know if it'll
All right,
stay on for you guys after, but I see everyone
It
next week.
typically will
Yeah.
until everybody drops out.
Yeah,
Ryan, I sent him the link for the video.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks a lot.
not that
Alright.
anyone's listening at this point, but next week is also going to be a Wednesday show because of everyone going to the Retro Expo this weekend.
In Portland.
If we're
Yep.
on, do we count as the 4 people watching?
Yes.
I don't know. Hit or miss on what numbers actually show up. Anyway, I'm going to end the broadcast. See you guys next week.
See you, mate.